Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I am Vimasana with the news. First, the headlines. India and Croatia discusses the long-pending India-EU free trade agreement. Chief Minister Nipuryo emphasizes the importance of pursuing excellence in areas where Nagaland holds natural strength. The Government of India making all-out effort to ensure the safe return of Indian nationals from Iran. Funeral passage of Lam Nutham, the 26-year-old cabin crew member from Manipur who lost her life in the tragic Air India crash held at Dimapur Airport today. And now the details. India and Croatia have discussed the long-pending India-EU free trade agreement. Croatia has reiterated its strong support for the early conclusion of the FTA, emphasizing the mutual benefits it will bring to both India and the European Union. Prime Minister Modi, who is on his way to New Delhi after his successful visits to Croatia, Canada and Cyprus, held wide-ranging delegation-level talks with Croatian Prime Minister Andrej Plenković at Banski Dvor in Zagreb. The leaders in the discussion also look forward to an early conclusion of the India-EU FTA, which will give a boost to the bilateral trade and supply chain resilience. Both leaders also agreed that the agreement would unlock new avenues for trade, investment and technology collaboration. They also underscored their shared commitment to global peace, democratic values and expanding cooperation as the two countries signed 4 MOUs in the field of agriculture, cultural exchange, science and technology and the setting up of ICCR Chair of Hindi in Zagreb. The two nations also decided to formulate a long-term defense cooperation plan to include joint training, military exchanges and industry-level partnerships. The leaders agreed to deepen bilateral trade and build resilient, dependable supply chains. New areas of enhanced cooperation identified include pharmaceuticals, agriculture, information technology, clean and digital technologies, renewable energy and semiconductors. Modi also highlighted growing cooperation in shipbuilding, cybersecurity and defense. In a vibrant celebration of creativity and achievement, the Task Force for Music and Arts TAFMA Excellence Awards 2025 was held with grandeur, honoring outstanding contributions in music, film, beauty and performing arts from Nagaland. The event was graced by Chief Minister of Nagaland, Dr. Nipuryo, as the special guest along with Abu Mehta, advisor to the Chief Minister and Chairman of IDEN. Speaking at the ceremony, Ryo emphasized the importance of pursuing excellence in areas where Nagaland holds natural strength. He articulated that there are many aspects we still need to catch up with the rest of the world, but in fields like music, arts and sports, we are already catching up, and said that with dedication and hard work, success, fame and prosperities are within our reach. Abu Mehta in his address highlighted the transformative journey of Nagaland's creative sector over the past 2 decades. Mehta recaped that Nagaland music, arts and community has made us immensely proud, not just in India but across the world. He alleged that this journey began under the visionary leadership of the Chief Minister, supported by the people and blessed by divine grace since 2003, and stressed that our artists were contributing not just to the state identity but to India's image and nation building globally.
And in these 2 decades, what I'm always worried is we're very good to showcase something, but many a time we don't maintain the consistency.
Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids at multiple locations, including in Patna and Ranchi, in connection with the NEET MBBS entrance exams paper leak case. Official sources said the searches are being carried out at the premises related to the mastermind of the paper leak case, Sanjeev Mukhia and others. Last year, Bihar Police Economic Offences Unit had unearthed the NEET MBBS exam paper leak. The probe revealed that Mukhia had also been involved in leaking question papers of several competitive exams through an interstate organized gang. He was arrested by the Bihar police in April this year. Government is making all-out effort to ensure the safe return of Indian nationals from Iran, and another flight carrying members of the Indian mission are expected to arrive today. Earlier, 110 Indian students evacuated from northern Iran arrived in New Delhi. Talking to media in New Delhi, Minister of State for External Affairs Kirti Vardhan Singh said that the government has received over 350 requests from Indian citizens in Iran for evacuation. He added that one aircraft is also heading to Turkmenistan today to bring back stranded Indians. The minister highlighted that New Delhi is using safe and open airspace for flights, and the evacuation efforts are being carried out through these secure routes. India has launched Operation Sindhu to evacuate its nationals from Iran in view of the deteriorating situation due to the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel. Akashvani News spoke to some of the students evacuated from Iran. The funeral passage of Lam Nutham, a 26-year-old cabin crew member for Manipur who lost her life in the tragic Air India crash, was held with solemn ceremonies at Dimapur airport today. During the funeral service, heartfelt condolence messages were delivered by representatives of Kuki Union Dimapur, Kuki Nute Kilokom, Kuki Youth and Students Union Dimapur. L.K. Peter, General Secretary, Naga Council Dimapur, Y. Kikan, President Dimapur District Citizens Forum, officials from the Airport Authority of India and members of the bereaved family. Deputy Commissioner of Chumukidima, Dr. John Polan, and Commissioner of Police Kevituto Sopye laid wreaths on behalf of the state government, paying their last respects. In his address, L.K. Peter expressed prayers for Lam Nutham's peaceful journey to her eternal home and offered words of comfort to the grieving family. Former MLA Apok Jamir also conveyed his condolences and urged everyone to remain prayerful in the face of life uncertainties. Lam Nutham, the third among 5 siblings, was the sole breadwinner of her family. Her untimely demise has left a deep void, not only in her family but also in the community that gathered to honor her memory. She was among the 12 crew members and 230 passengers who perished in the devastating crash of Air India flight A171 on June 12 en route from Ahmedabad to London's Gatwick Airport, crashed shortly after takeoff, which resulted in a massive fire and widespread destruction. Only one person reportedly survived the incident. We will now take a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
कम ब्याज पे लोन चाहिए, वो भी ऐप से। वाह! फंसा!
अनजान ऐप से बचें।
आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
कम ब्याज पे लोन चाहिए, वो भी ऐप से। वाह! फंसा!
अनजान ऐप से बचें।
आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. TR Zeleng addressed the media with regards to the ongoing issues in road construction between Kisama Heritage Village and Pesama, as well as retaining wall damage in the Pakala Pahar area when he was attending an event. He revealed that delays were caused by a land dispute despite NHIDCL's initial assurance to complete the road within 10 days. He stated that the matter was resolved after the village council allowed the work to proceed. On the retaining wall damage, Zeleng pointed to lapses by NHIDCL, which failed to carry out agreed upon measures to prevent erosion due to land ownership concerns. Zeleng also assured corrective action and a review meeting soon. Highlighting the Kisama-Pesama landslide areas, he confirmed that work on the landslide affected Kisama-Pesama stretch has resumed and is nearing completion. Zeleng also highlighted the importance of coordination between agencies and local stakeholders in infrastructure development.
The river, that the hillock should be cut straight so that the river current will not hit against the wall. But they did not do so. They said that landowners' problems are there, but landowners said that they have issued NOC. So they should cut those two hillside. Then the retaining wall would not have faced that erosion problem. So we are meeting very soon. So we'll instruct them to bring corrective measure.
Mobile Young Climate Leaders for Himalayan Development for Northeast India Project Commencement Program was held at Kohima Hotel Vivor with special guest T.R. Ziliang, Deputy CM National Highways and Planning Transformation. Speaking at the event, Ziliang said that Nagaland, with its rich ecological heritage, coupled with its challenges of deforestation and climate vulnerability, make it an ideal starting point for this initiative. He said the selection and training of young climate professionals equipped to bridge research, policy and grassroots action have already begun transforming our approach to nature-based solutions. He announced that from reviving indigenous practices to educating school education through the Pani Pahar curriculum, these efforts are sowing the seeds of sustainability in our youth. He added that such initiatives will strengthen environmental education, empowering local participation and improving communication in order to protect the Northeast ecological legacy. An Iranian missile hit the main hospital in Sorton, Israel early today, causing extensive damage and wounding multiple people as the Israel-Iran conflict escalated with fresh attacks on nuclear facilities and civilian infrastructure. The strike on Soroka Hospital marked a significant escalation in targeting civilian medical facilities, with Israeli media showing footage of blown-out windows and heavy black smoke billowing from the medical complex. Iran has launched its 14th wave of attacks on Israel this morning, firing more than 25 missiles in the latest barrage aimed at strategic targets across the country. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed it successfully struck the Israeli Army Cyber Command headquarters and an intelligence center in Gaf Yam. Another missile reportedly hit a high-rise and several residential buildings near Tel Aviv. According to Israel's National Rescue Service, at least 40 people were wounded in the attacks. Reports also indicate that the Israeli Stock Exchange building sustained damage as the overall toll of the conflict continues to rise. Israeli authorities now confirm at least 24 fatalities from Iranian strikes so far, with one of the most serious incidents involving a direct hit on the Soroka Hospital, the most significant attack on medical infrastructure since the conflict began. A felicitation program of Lokayukta Nagaland Nino Iralu was held yesterday at Hotel Vivor Kohima. The program was organized by the Nagaland State Bharat Scout and Guides. Speaking in the program, Nino Iralu emphasized this responsibility as a challenge and pledged to dedicate her best efforts to uphold justice in her new role in the Nagaland Lokayukta. Nino Iralu, retired district and sessions judge, was sworn in as the new Lokayukta of Nagaland on June 16, 2025. Nino Iralu succeeds Banozet Jamia, former Chief Secretary of Nagaland, and will serve for a 5-year term as Lokayukta Nagaland. The appointment was made on the recommendation of the selection committee constituted under the Nagaland Lokayukta Act 2017, Act 1 of 2018. We will now look at the weather report from the district headquarters of Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 36 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 31 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 33 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Phak had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And before we close, a recap of the main points. India and Croatia discusses the long-pending India-EU free trade agreement. Chief Minister Nipurio emphasizes the importance of pursuing excellence in areas where Nagaland holds natural strength. The government of India making all-out effort to ensure the safe return of Indian nationals from Iran. And funeral passage of Lam Nutem, the 26-year-old cabin crew member from Manipur who lost her life in the tragic Air India crash, held at Dimapur airport today. And with that, we close tonight's news edition. Thank you for your company. Have a good night.
Landmark MOU with IRMA, Tribhuvan Sahakari University, Gujarat.